coming on out tonight. The last night of Hangman's House of Horrors ever. A sad night, but thank you all for coming out, and thank you all for making Hangman's what it is and what has been for the last 25 years, which is the top charity haunted house in the entire world. So thank you for that. My name is Rebecca Miller, and I have been here for at least 22 of the 25 years that I can remember. So I have seen so many of the people that are in the Hangman's for all those years. Mikel Ledesma over here, I knew him since he was in braces, and now he's got blood gushing from his head, and he's handsome, and he always was handsome, but he's all grown up now, and so much. I can say the same thing for so many people that are within the haunted house there. Well, Hangman's has had an incredible run and benefited our community more than we ever dared to dream. Over $2 million has been donated to local charities right here. So big round of applause. So it's now time to use the noose on the Hangman. So we're gonna bring the Hangman up here. He has been caught. And tonight, we're gonna put an end to his murderer rampage and to hang him for good. So what I need you all to do is to help me count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready to go.
Operate a haunted house, how do you determine what crazy even is? Everything that happens is kind of crazy. I started out going to Hangman's as a kid. It was the first haunted house I ever went to. I was about 11 years old, and I went to Hangman's every year growing up. It was kind of a tradition. Hangman's started in 1989, and it's been, since its birth, a charity benefiting haunted house. In 2013, they announced it would be their last year, so I decided that I would volunteer. And I just started talking with Deanne Dagan, the original owner, about purchasing the haunted house from her and keeping it alive.
Started volunteering back in 1995, took 2 years off for personal reasons, so this is my 20th year here at Hangman's.
This will be my 6th year. I'm actually not an extreme haunter. I didn't go to haunted houses as a kid because I'm a big chicken. But when I started dating my now husband, he's been doing Hangman's forever. Like back when we were in high school, he did it. And he talked me into it, and I did ticket taking. Only ticket taking at first, and only for 3D, because I was too scared to go anywhere else. And now I'm a monster mom.
I've been volunteering for 4 years, so I had to wait a while until I was actually old enough and my parents would let me. I think whenever I was like 12 and 13, I just came through as a patron, and then ever since then, I just always wanted to be an actor here.
I do the sound for the haunt also too. And I'm a general volunteer. My character is Pa Mcguigan. I'm basically a redneck hillbilly. I've been playing that character for almost 16 years now. We coach the actors, we give them ideas. Our major goal is to try to have them develop their own character, try to develop a type of persona that they could create on their own to make that to make our haunt more successful, more professional.
I think just spending some time upstairs, like beforehand, practicing, just like kind of getting really like hyped up and excited about the night just helps a lot.
I feel I'm a best behind the scenes support. I make sure everything's running clean, ready to go for the show. I make sure everybody knows where they're going, what they do. I support the actors. I make sure they know where they need to be, escort them to and from where they need to be. Moral support. I listen, I help to deal with whatever we got to deal with, make sure they're okay, everybody's okay. And I'm just the behind the scenes helper to the extreme.
It is literally thousands of man hours each year to do it. We start midsummer at the latest, June, and we work all the way up to, even after we were open 2 weekends this year, we were still painting and working on things. People were coming through the house and we were following behind them, hanging things up. So it's always very, very labor intensive. The biggest struggle, I think, that I anticipated and that we go through is maintaining volunteers. On any general night we open, we need at minimum 75 people on property to make the thing happen. And anything above that is a plus. The theme Industrial Evolution, and that is because as we've moved from our original location to here, we're evolving, the Hangman's evolving, our property's evolved, so this is our Industrial Evolution. This location is actually really unique. It was built in the early 1900s as a helium production plant for the military, and they would use it to fill blimps. Even so far back as the First World War, it was a military installment. And so it's actually historically protected, so the buildings here have to stay here. And I think that what sets Hangman's apart is we don't always have the biggest budget, but everyone that's here is kind of like a family, and we all work together. And I feel like we accomplish more with just our will and our heart than any other place could.
And it means a lot. I like what they do for the community. I like the people that you work with up here. Everybody's either your friend or your family. Everybody's here for the right reasons. Their hearts are way bigger than you can even put into a sentence. You can't even describe how loving and caring the people are up here.
I think during like really hard times and things like that, you can just come up here, be yourself, no one really judges you, and it's like a really good release. It's lots of fun.
It's actually the largest charity benefiting haunted house in the world. It's hard to say how many charities are involved because we even do some small donations to some smaller charities, just tickets for raffles and things. But our 5 main charities are A Wish with Wings, American Cancer Society, Boys and Girls Club of Greater Fort Worth, Safe Haven of Tarrant County, and Victory Therapy Center. A Wish with Wings is for terminally ill children. It's kind of like their last wish, what they want to do, go to Disney World, go to the World Series, all of them have something else that they'd like to do. American Cancer Society, they help cancer research. Boys and Girls Club is a nonprofit that is sort of like a after school or summer program for kids to go into. Not really a camp, but sort of along that line. Their mission is to help keep kids on the right path. Safe Haven of Tarrant County is for battered women. It's actually a shelter. Victory Therapy Center is a horseback riding program for handicapped and autistic kids. We touch a lot of lives with those 5 charities.
So now what keeps me coming back is those 5 charities, is the impact we have on the community, is what we're doing a great thing, and that motivates me even more.
If we ever change, it's like we have to all come together to pick a new charity. I feel like the first 2 years we spent here, the first year was spent just getting here and getting set up. The second year was still spent just getting our bearings and finding out, golly, what's going to work, what's not. And I feel like this 3rd year is the first year that we've been able to plant our feet and really operate here and kind of know what's what and have systems in place that are good and be able to actually grow. Haunted houses have always been a passion of mine, and this is something that came to me. I felt like it just was at the right place at the right time, and I don't even know what else. If I was to stop this and do something else, I can't even think of what that would be.